What's going on, people? And welcome back to Total Oz Spurs to the first video of the 23 and 24 season.
Skull.
Before we get into it, guys, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone that subscribed to our channel. We did hit the 100 mark before this first video. We did say at the end of last season we wanted 100 before the end of the season. Didn't reach it, but thanks to a few appearances on other channels and you lovely lot for sharing and watching our content. We finally hit the 100 subscriber mark, and we just want to thank you all here at Total Oz Spurs. Appreciate all your love and support, and hopefully this season, with all your blessings, we can create better content for you guys, and hopefully Tottenham give us something to cheer about this season. But
For sure.
before we get into it, Brad, enjoy the little break. How are you, bro?
First of all, I'm good, bro. How was your break? Mine was. Let's just say it was good to have a break, but football needs to come back. As much as I hated waking up late for the games, I miss it already. Like, we need it back. So I'm looking for a big season. We've had hopefully have a big off season, and let's just get back into it and bring it home for the boys.
I think we need to start at the new manager. Everybody knows now. It's been evident for the last couple of weeks. Ange Postecoglou, the fellow, well, not a fellow Australian, but we are in Australia. The Australian was announced as the new Spurs manager, and I'm going to say for me, I wasn't too how can I say excited about this.
Nah.
I honestly thought that it was a step down from the likes of Poch and Nagelsmann, and I'm pretty sure that he was approached purely because of the demand that Nagelsmann and Poch would have had on Levy for transfers and players. Yeah. And, someone like Ange would be able to work with less. However, I'm not one to kick a man before he even starts. He will be starting on the 1st of July. So for me, I just want to see what he brought at Celtic. I'm not, I'm positive. I'm going to be positive about it. I think we should give every manager a chance. And, I hope he brings what he brought into Celtic, and I hope he brings those trophies, because 5 trophies in 2 years, regardless if it's whatever league you're in, it's a successful season.
It's better than what Tottenham's got, so.
Exactly. So how do you feel, firstly, about Ange? How do you feel about how he's going to come into this team, or do you think he's going to do any good?
Look, I never really heard of him apart from when we for Celtic, until he came to Spurs. Even though I'm English, I'm kind of glad we've got Australian manager, the first Australian manager, Prem manager. He's got something to prove. He's going to fight for it. It's going to make the team excited. It's going to bring a lot of energy to the Premier League. But yeah, look, it's not a top-notch manager that I would have liked. I would have liked Nagelsmann or Poch, but hey, we get what we get. And like I said before, we can't knock a man down before we've seen how the boys play. Like, we're not going to really know anything, in my opinion, to how he manages to maybe week 8. New team, it's going to take 8 weeks to gel. Yeah, they got pre-season, but some players will be off for the international as well. So, or they'll have a break after the international games. So I think we just wait and see what he can prove in 8 weeks, and give him a season, not 20th match week. Sack him, because we're not going as we planned to go. Give the man a season, back him. But look, like I said, we'll just see how he goes, and all we can do is just back him. That's it.
Yeah, and look, I completely agree. I think a lot of people have a lot of things wrong to say about Ange, and what I like about Ange is when he first signed for Celtic, he admitted that he knew that the signing was seen as a joke, and that all he needed was time and the fans to back him to show that he can bring a good style of football and a good winning mentality to the Celtic team. Obviously, everyone says, "Oh, Celtic, there's a given they're going to win in Scotland." At the end of the day, Rangers have won recently, but what I look at is his demeanour with the players and the way he talks. He knows he's coming into this job as the underdog, as the man that no one really wanted. That's going to help him, because what he's going to do is he hasn't got a chip on his shoulder. He hasn't got this thing of I'm the boss. Like I'm the main man. I'm a Conte. You listen to me, right? He's going to go in there and he's going to tell the players, I know that you guys, think that I'm not that good. But all you need to do is trust me, and and if you trust me and the results go his way, then the squad will be with him. It'll be like Poch when he came from
It will
Southampton.
be.
It'll
Yeah, it'll be.
be
Yep.
they'll sit there and go, "Fuck, this guy has told us to stick with him. He stuck by his guns, and we're just going to fight for him." And that's what Celtic did. And there's some of those players that he brought over, especially the Kyogo, the striker that they brought over from Japan, was lethal. O'Reilly, been watching him, highlights of him from Celtic, was really good in his midfield, as well as Hatete, which is Rio Hatete, which is a player that we have been linked with. And I've watched a few games of Hatete, and I think that if Andrew wants him, then let's get him. And that's what we're going to go into a little bit later, is the transfers. But for me, if Ange wants a player, if Ange wants a certain style, you know what we need to do? Instead of telling him that he doesn't know what he's doing and that we think we're more knowledgeable or we know better for the club, we should just let him do whatever he needs to do, and back the guy. And as you said, don't give him half a season and go, "Oh, nah, we're sitting 10th." Look at Liverpool this season; they were down at 10th, 11th, 12th.
Look at
Nearly got top
Chelsea.
4. They stuck with Klopp and they just let him
Yeah.
keep going, and he pushed. So I think you're absolutely right. I think we need to give him the season, see what he brings, and I'm hoping he brings that attacking football. His formation's a 4-3-3, so attacking, and let's just hope we can bring in the players to support the system that he wants. And let's just get into it. We did a mocking, like a stupid bid of 50 mil for both Madison and Barnes. We've all been crying on this channel for Madison since last season. We should have got him last season.
I think we said about week 10 last season, bro. We should have got Madison.
Not even. I think we said it at the start of the season when we were
Actually,
looking
no,
at
you're right.
players. We were saying for transfers at the start of the season that we should be getting Madison. And I can't believe we're fucking around with this. It looks like it's Levy all over again.
It is.
And I will say it. I'll big myself up. I did say that we should go for Harvey Barnes. I thought he's a good cover for Son, and Barnes has done really well in the Prem. I think he's a top 6 winger, backup winger. I'm not going to say he's a starter. I'm going to say he's a good cover for Son. He's English, strong, quite young still, and he knows the Premier League inside and out. Been playing in it for years, and he tore Porro apart when he played against us. And I think both of them would improve our squad, even though we do need a defensive line. But what's your take on the whole 50 mil for both of them?
Like I've told you, once I seen that come out, I actually messaged you and Delane straight away and said throw 60, 70 mil of them. And we said throw Cess in there as well with
Or
that
Winks?
50 mil. Winks, Cess, bloody hell, Perisic.
Oh, Perisic won't be going now. I think Perisic is going to go back.
Won't go. Yeah, Perisic will go back probably to that league. But why we? But this is the problem. We always fuck around with stupid transfers. Yeah, 50 mil. We're getting 50 mil because they've been relegated. That's what it's doing. And then Newcastle will come in and get Madison for like 40 mil. But we could have paid an extra 10 mil or 20 mil. We've got Madison Barnes, and then we've got a backup for Son. And then we've got a playmaker in the middle that will suit Ange's formation. And it would work. Because they've played, Hayne and Madison played England together. They have a connection somewhat. It's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, bro, it's Levy's way of, let's just buy this player because it's cheap, and don't worry about that. We won't worry about it. We'll do that later. And then we're going to circle again. It's already started. It happened last transfer window as well.
Yeah, I think you are right. I think like it's going to be a roller coaster before I have a strong feeling that Madison's going to hold out for Tottenham because he does want to. Him and his wife want to move to London. They don't want to go to Newcastle. There's nothing really out there apart from Geordie Shaw. So I do think we will eventually get him. For me though, it's also like even with all these transfers that we're going to go into, obviously like Raya and stuff. If it's the player that Ange wants, I think Levy just gets it. Let's just play.
100%.
If he wants, if Ange has signed off and gone, yep, get you Madison and Barnes, I'm happy with those two. then Levy should be going, you know what, stop fucking around. Let's pay the money. And I know people say, valuation is trying to get the best of the buck. I'm sorry, but our team, we were eighth this year, end of last season. We need improvement, and there are two players that one will improve the first team, and one will improve our options off the bench. And both are English quota. Means we can get rid of two foreign players, or even homegrown, the likes of Dyer and Davies class is homegrown in the Premier League. We can get rid of those two and replace them with Madison.
Fucking Dyer.
And for me, like Madison's the highest GA, so goals and assists in the league. Premier, I'm pretty sure he's the highest, if not the highest English midfielder. Right up there. Like I think he's got 17 or 18 goal contributions this season alone, in a team that got relegated, which is ridiculous. Add that onto Kane's goals. If we had that this season, we would have gone fourth, I think. Harvey Barnes, I don't think he scored about 9 goals or 7 goals this season, but in a poor team that weren't playing well, I think he could do well. And I think it's a no-brainer getting both of them. English quota, 70 mil. I get it, maybe paying a bit overpriced, but it's English tax. It is what it is. This day and age, if we're going to go for these type of players, we have to understand that we're going to be paying the money.
100%.
And then that goes into the next one. Fucking David Raya. This guy is twerking for Tottenham. This guy has been ready, signed, sealed, delivered all his personal details, all his personal, aspirations, signed it over, and once again we're fucking around with 5 or 10 mil.
Bro, it's been the last 3 or 4 seasons that Levy's done this. It's stupid. And we'll get on to Vicario soon. But me and you were just talking about his stats before we jumped on here. And it was like, what are we doing? What are we honestly fucking doing right now? Raya, maybe they're looking at Vicario becoming as a second. But I'll keep Forster as a second.
Yeah, I would too. There's no point paying for 2 goalkeepers when you've already got a half decent one.
You keep him. Yeah, he's old, but he's a giant. But we needed to buy Raya. Like, what are we doing buying this Vicario whose stats aren't even anywhere near Raya's stats from all from his whole career? Oh, sorry, his stats from the last 365 days, and he's almost double or triple the stats that Vicario has. And it's like we need that in the Premier League, not someone from another league that's going to have a season to flop and allow goals to go in left, right, and centre. We can't have that.
Yep, you're completely right.
It's frustrating, bro. When I seen that, it honestly pissed me off because we had Raya ready to go, and then Dave's this one's already this one. I don't think this one's in writing, but I think it's a verbal agreement.
Yes, a verbal agreement with Empoli for Vicario. I think it's 20 million euros around about.
Would this be a Ange sign, or do you reckon it'll be a Levy sign?
Well, this feels like an Ange sign because they've identified. I feel like it's an Ange signing. Now, the reason why, and people might berate me thinking, "Oh no, you look, this smells like Levy, but it also feels like an Ange buy." Now I'm looking at the stats. Now, David Raya has played 7 more games than Vicario and has a 6% better save ratio, 77% save ratio. Has made 50 more saves in those extra 7 games. Hasn't saved any penalties. Vicario has faced 4 more and only saved 1. And it's stats wise and in how can I put it, the experience of the Premier League, David Raya is the clearing cut. And I still want I still want to go for David Raya. I think we need to go for a top-notch goalkeeper. Forster's all right for a backup. Vicario has I don't know anything about Vicario, but from what I'm hearing, he's he did make the Italian squad last year as the backup to obviously Donnarumma. He won't be able to take over Donnarumma. Donnarumma's younger and a lot better. But a lot of people in Serie A rate him. They think he's a decent goalkeeper. And look, he may be. However, when it comes to the ground game, the passing game, David Raya looks like the clear cut in that. He looks like he's the better goalkeeper at feet, and that's what we need for a modern goalkeeper. For me, we're fucking around with 5-10 mil.
Mm.
I know people say, "Oh, Levy's not trying to overpay for David Raya. 1 year left on his contract, and he wants to leave." But in this day and age, 40 mil for a
It's nothing.
goalkeeper, that's 26. That's coming into his peak.
Yeah,
That could be our goalkeeper for the next 5 to 8 years.
but
Look at
also,
what.
but that like Raya had his best season last year too, with 154 saves,
Yep.
and their Brentford still finished ninth.
Mm-hmm. And he only conceded 7 more goals than Vicario
Yeah,
in
he got 46
7 games.
goals last season. To
Yeah.
get goals against.
Um, and look, for me, looking at this with David Raya, I think he was the initial goalkeeper that we wanted. I also think this might be a little ploy by Daniel Levy to kind of encourage Brentford to go, you know what, if you don't give us Raya, we'll just go for someone else. And people are saying this could be Vicario, we could get both. I personally don't think we need to. We like that
I
20 million
Nah.
euro can go towards Madison,
Yeah,
or
bro, Madison and
Barnes,
Barnes. It could have been to both. You put that
or a
for
centre
like
back.
we would have got 60 mil. I'm telling you, we would have got Madison and Barnes.
I
For
reckon if you give
60,
him 60 to 65 mil and give him Harry Winks, that
yeah.
covers Madison. And then because I think they valued Barnes at 40 and they valued Madison at 50, give him 60 to 70 mil with Winks. I think that's a good deal. Winks is only going to go for like 12 mil anyway. He's not worth much. And that's the thing is we lose Winks, but we gain 2 English internationals. Yeah, we would spend 70 mil, but our wage bill is the lowest
Yeah.
in the Premier League. Brentford are 19th. They're higher than us.
Yeah, I know.
And
We
just wanna say breaking news. I know this video is coming out as a recording, but apparently, Man City have hijacked the Rice deal.
ooh, that would
100
hurt.
mil plus 20 mil add-ons. I think
Ooh,
that's what
fuck.
they're going to pay.
What
That's
was
insane.
fucking Arsenal gonna pay?
90
70.
mil. I think it was 75 with 15 mil add-ons, so 90 mil in total, and they've
Ooh,
got
and
100
City
mil
came
with
in for
20 mil.
100.
Yeah, so that's just what I've seen. Don't know how true that is. There's no Fabrizio Romano. But back on to Tottenham. Yeah, look, I think it's a joke that we're still fucking around with David Raya. He should have been a Tottenham player last week.
Look, in my opinion, bro, Madison and Barnes should have been done already.
Yeah, Madison, Barnes, and Raya
Vicario,
all should have been done.
Vicario shouldn't have been done. They should have already been signed that paperwork, and they start the first day and starts. In my opinion, Raya, Barnes, Madison.
Yeah.
But that's what 100. Looking at what roughly 130 mil there. You sell Lo Celso, keep Hill. You get another 30, 40 mil. You get rid of Dyer, and you get someone else in the back.
Well, realistically, you could probably sell Dyer for about 10, 15 to 20 mil. You could get Winks 10 to 15 because of his season in
And
Sampdoria. You could sell Sanchez for about 12. Davies, 7
the
to
real
10
question
mil to
is, would
someone.
you sell Royal now Spencer's coming back?
No, I think
Or
this
would
is
you put
because I
Spencer back
would
on loan again?
shout out to Perchy TV because myself and Delane both made appearances on Perchy TV, which helped us get to 100 subs. So shout out to you, Perchy, for letting us go on. But I said on his channel, and Porro should move up and cover with Kulu. Playing a 4-3-3, I think Porro can't defend.
Yeah.
You have
Nah, he's a
Spence
good attacker.
and Royal in rotation for that right back role, and you have a Doji, and I'm going to fucking say it, Regulon. Regulon and a Doji both competing
Yeah.
for that left back role. You have two solid wingers on each side to
Yep.
cover both. Get rid of Perisic. Get rid of and give his wages to whoever comes and give it to Madison. Get rid of Sessegnon, Dyer, Sanchez, Tanganga. I don't want Langley. I heard that we've agreed in principle a 6 mil,
Uh,
6 million euros for Langley. If we're going to keep one dud out of those lot, Langley would probably be my bet. I don't think he's a great defender, but
yeah.
for squad depth, could be okay.
What do you reckon about the talks about Maguire coming?
Nah, we won't get him. He's going to be his wages are going to be too overpriced. I honestly think we're looking at getting
I
Tap
don't want him.
Sober. Tap Sober. Can't remember what team he's from. Let me just
I don't
quickly have a
even
look.
know who the fuck that is.
He's a centre back from Edmund Tapsoba. He's playing for Bayer Leverkusen. He is 24
Oh,
years
yeah,
old, 6'4", plays centre back. we are heavily linked with him. Um, and even I'm going to say it. We spoke about it on Perch TV. Carter Vickers, he was the best defender in the Scottish League last season under Ange.
Yeah,
Knows his
right.
system, knows how he wants to play. If we can get a cheap deal to take him, if
Mm.
Ange wants him, I'll take him. I've said it. I may not think he. I don't. I think he's better. He's going to be better than Tanganga. I think he'll be better in the system than Langley, Davies, Sanchez, and Dyer. I don't think he's the solution. But if Ange wants him and he knows, and you compare him with he's bulkier than Romero, he's stronger than Romero, good in the air. Why not?
Yeah, you have him, Romero in the middle.
And then if you do get the Langley, you get the 6 mil for Langley, and then you bring Taps over and you have four semi-decent centre backs. Obviously, that's not a world beating. That's not top six centre. But the thing is, we've got to realise is
We are a top
we
six
will
team
we will
anyway, so
to get to top six this season. Brighton are
yeah.
recruiting well. Newcastle are going to start recruiting well. I heard Newcastle are in for Tonali. Liverpool are going to start recruiting well. They've just signed. Who did they sign on the first day of the season? First day of the transfer window.
I seen who Newcastle. It's in my head. He
Yeah.
came from Maine or something, didn't he? I
Ooh,
seen something the other day. Like,
you know what? I can't even remember who they just signed. McAllister. So
that's
they've
it.
just brought in McAllister. So that sorts out their creative midfield because Thiago hasn't really lit the world on fire. They're going to get better recruits. They've still got, they had a poor season this year, and they still nearly made top four. United are going to start recruiting soon. City have already fucking
Or again, Kukurea as well from Chelsea.
who
Newcastle.
are they?
Yeah, bro. That they've been told
Fucking
to
hell.
get the deal done, and they're talking with Tonali from Milan.
Jesus. Well,
So they've got six, and they're even looking at Boghurst from United too.
yeah. Well, then City have just bought Kovacic. Looks like they're getting Rice. So their midfield is going to be Kovacic, Rice, De Bruyne because they've let Gundogan go to Barcelona. Chelsea are going to be buying left, right, and centre. Poch is there, so they're going to be playing some good football and they're going to be running all
Yeah,
day. So it's going to be a different Chelsea this season. Then you have Villa, who have Unai Emery. I don't think that they had a really good back end of the
yeah,
season.
and
Obviously,
they
it's
won.
just their
No,
conference.
West Ham won the conference.
Yeah, and then I don't think West Ham are going to be a problem. But you've got these teams that are starting to build up, and we need to start buying players that are going to take us to the next step. We need to realise that we're not a top four club at the moment. We have the facilities for a top four club. The fans have the mentality to be a top four club. However, some fans take it too far and think that we're already there. We're not. We need
We're
to
nowhere near that,
build
bro.
a couple of seasons. Bringing in Madison and Barnes
Mm.
they're both in their mid-20s. 4 or 5 seasons out of them.
Yep.
You partner and the thing is, next season you partner that with a headstrong like Kane, headstrong like Sonny, Kulu, same age. Kulu's going to develop. Porro moves up. Porro's young. We can get there. I think we can really, really do it. It just we need to bring in the players that Ange wants, not just what the fans want. What who Ange wants, because Ange works at unorthodox markets and seems to get results. All those he's brought 3 Japanese players in.
McAllister went to Liverpool, bro.
Yeah, so I said Liverpool.
I thought, remember I thought about Newcastle.
Yeah,
What do you reckon the talks about Sancho? The rumor that we're apparently going for Sancho. I don't reckon he'll come because he won't miss out on Champions League football. He's in a
I don't think
position
we'll pay.
to play.
No, I don't think we'll pay the wages. I think Sancho will come if we paid the wages. I don't think we're going to pay the wages. I think Sancho needs
Nah.
to get out of United. I think he needs to kind of like what Salah did. I know Salah went to Fiorentina and then came back to Liverpool in the Prem. I think Sancho is just in the wrong club. I just think the expectation and the style of play doesn't suit him, and I think Ange would suit him a lot better with the 4-3-3. That's how he played at Dortmund. So I think if we can get that deal on a good deal, don't overpay on wages. I'm willing to give Sancho a chance. He's still fucking young. He's what, 22, 21, 22, like the kid. He's still a kid. Like he's got plenty of years to improve. And I don't think he's peaked. And some people are comparing him to Dele Alli, but Dele Alli, I just think it was a he became such a star at so young. He just lost all mental strength, and he's just literally got no mental defense there now. And I wouldn't be surprised if Poch picks him up and builds him back up at Chelsea. Like I would laugh if he did that. I don't think he will, but it'd be hilarious if
He
he went
probably
and bought
could.
Dele Alli. And that's the thing we've got to realise that if Dele Alli plays, I think 3 or 4 games this season with Everton, which Sean Dyche, I think, has said that he wants to play Ali, we'll get 10 mil because they owe us 10 mil after he plays
Yeah.
a certain amount of games.
There's another transfer. Villa bought Tillsman from Leicester.
Who?
Yuri,
Tillemans.
yeah,
Oh,
Tillemans. They
see, I
bought him
wouldn't
from
have minded
Leicester.
Tillemans. I think
I
Tillemans would
know.
have been a good competitor with Bentancur. I think he can do everything that Bentancur can do, and he's a bit
And
more creative.
Brentford bought. Guess who Brentford bought? Romeo Beckham.
Yeah, it's a Brentford B team though.
So I'm just
But
looking for the transfer talks while we're talking about it to go through. And Milner, Liverpool swapped Brentford with Milner for McAllister for money on
yeah,
top.
Brighton, you mean?
Sorry,
Brighton.
Brighton. Yeah, my bad. I was just looking at the team.
Yeah. So
Uh,
this is
there's nothing really big at the moment that we could talk about.
yeah.
Jefferson
There's not
Lerma
much
from
else.
Crystal Palace has gone to Bournemouth. There's nothing really we've got much to talk about either. So
Yeah. So what's coming up, guys? We really are going to be churning out some content this season.
yeah, definitely.
First video, we are going to start doing some more shorts on our YouTube channel. I want to get your thoughts, guys. So if you're watching, please hit the comments down below. What do you think? Give us some ideas of what you want us to do. I was thinking of maybe doing a fan call-in show. Being that we're in Australia, Ange is Australian, would love to have some Aussies on here. Doesn't
Yeah, for
even
sure.
matter if you're from, another team. We do also want, if you are watching and you have friends that are keen to jump onto a channel and talk about their teams and don't support Tottenham, let us know. We're looking at trying to get some guys in for reviews or match previews. Some opposition fans, the likes of United, City, all those type of things. Brighton, if you support Brighton here in Oz, hit us up. More than happy to bring you guys on. Have your say. We are a Spurs channel, however, it's always good to
Everyone's
get
welcome. Everyone's welcome.
everyone's welcome. We're going to be doing live watch alongs again this season. Got some good editing for you guys coming up. We're going to be doing a lot more videos. Brad now has his office, so we can get him on more often.
Not there yet. I'm getting
Not
there.
there yet,
It's
but he's
getting
getting
built.
there. And look, guys, it's the first video of the season, so it's going to be a bit rusty, but I appreciate you
Before
guys.
we wrap it up, I wanted to talk about who we've released as well on free agents. So
Okay.
obviously we've released Mora, Jamie Bowden, Callum Casey, Malachi Fagan Walcott, Rashaan Mathurin, Marcus Muir, and Romain Mundle.
Mundle's gone.
Mundle got released on a free agent, bro.
Oh my god, he was our backup left back for half the season.
I know, and I rated him. I reckon if he got a good manager to train him with, like, you know what I mean, he could have been something. He could have been probably like a bit of Danny Rose
Well,
type
that's the
thing.
thing. No, that's kind of like a player going, if you don't sell me, I'm going to leave. I want to
Yeah,
release my contract because I want to go and play first team. Because the kid played a couple of games. I think he played in preseason for us.
he played a lot in preseason with Conte.
And it's sad to see youth players go. But I am
Yep.
hearing, there's also one more player that I actually want to talk about, and it's he signed for us, professional contract. I don't know if you've heard about it, Brad, but it's Mikey Moore. A lot
Is
of
he the
people are
youth?
bigging this kid up. Yeah, he's 15 years old, and people are saying that he looks like a mini Gascoigne. Now, anyone that gets compared to the mighty Gascoigne in my books is someone to watch out for. I will admit I don't know much about him, but I've been, going on watching some channels and looking at Twitter, and this kid is apparently sauce. So I'm hoping that
There's
we
7
give.
games, 5 goals
Yeah,
on 15,
apparently
and
he's
then
a
he played
beast.
30 minutes.
He's a beast, and apparently he's like the reincarnate of Gascoigne, and he's Tottenham, from what I heard.
Yeah, well, he's played in the Premier League under 18s last season. 10 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists.
That's seven. That's 7 goal contributions in 10
And in
games.
the US, I think it's the UEFA Youth League.
Yep.
5 appearances, no goals. So he's 7. It says 7 caps, 5 goals.
Yeah,
That
but
must have been for the
you know how old he
English
is?
under 16s. He's 15, bro. 2007
He's
he was born.
15. Yep. So this kid's a young kid. Everyone's bigging him up, and there is also one more player. I don't know. We keep adding it on, but I keep remembering stuff. Alex
It's
Scott
hard.
from Bristol City.
Ooh,
But he's got. We're in for him. He's Tottenham. He's a Tottenham supporter. Apparently, he's very very good. He would be the future Madison, from what people are saying. 20 mil, I think they're saying, is the asking price, and Tottenham are apparently monitoring situation. Have asked to let them know that if anyone makes a bid, that Bristol let Tottenham know so they can either match it or compete.
It's worth
So
like
he's
20,
ones
20
to
mil
watch.
he's worth.
Yeah, 20 mil. Bristol will put the price tag on him. I don't know. I haven't watched much Bristol last year, but from
Nah.
what I've seen, highlights and from what people are saying, he looks like he's the real deal as well. He looks like he's the next Madison for England. So that's one to watch. Alex Scott. Expect
5
him to
assists.
be a buy and loan back like we did with Dele Alli, which I'm not opposed to. I think that's a smart option. You give Bristol the option of keeping him for a couple of seasons, and we secure the players long term. And then, as I said, Mikey Moore is a player in our youth academy that could be seeing some game time in the next season or so. So on that note, guys, we are going to wrap it up. First video, a bit rusty, but we're going to get better as the season goes along. Thank you to everyone that joined in on this video. That gets to
Leave
make
a
sure you
comment,
like
guys.
make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all your love. Hit the comments down below. Let us know how you feel about the transfers. Let us know how you feel about Ange, and if not, let us know how you're doing in general.
Even
Brad,
any news as well, guys, that we missed, bring it up. We'll get back to you guys as soon as we can and bring it up on the next video.
yeah, and Brad, cheers to you for coming on.
It's all good,
First
bro.
one of the season.
Let's
Loving the
get it,
commitment.
mate.
And guys, make sure you take it easy. Hopefully, Spurs doesn't ruin your day. And as we always say here at Toto or Spurs, stay Spursy.
Stay Spursy, guys.